Seniac, and welcome back to another episode of Lumber Tycoon 2. Well, guys, there's been an update. Just joking. Well, I'm not joking. There actually has been an update. If you low-key go into the changelog, there was an update as the 15th of April, which at the time of recording this is the 15th of April. They've added a new money display outside the leaderboard, which is up here. Yes, it's what we've all been waiting for, boys. It's what we've all been waiting for. Yes. Yes. I'm not even going to go down that route. I'm not even going to go down that route. But guys, welcome back anyway. I've expanded the land a little bit. It is nighttime. Where's the moon? The moon is in the sky, as where it always should be. I've expanded my land a little bit. I bought special conveyor systems because you can probably guess already what we're doing today, boys. We're finally building my conveyor system. Yay! Guys, if you are enjoying Lumber Tycoon 2, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you are new in here, make sure you subscribe so you're notified when that next video comes out. But today, guys, this episode is going to be a good one. Now, what I'm going to do is, I've also... No, I didn't. I've got enough money to buy the biggest sawmill possible because we're going to integrate that within our conveyor system. And basically what we're going to do is going to have something similar to what we set up previously. We're going to have the ramp here, or the kind of start of the conveyor system where we load our wood. It goes through the sawmill, and then once it's gone through the sawmill, it then's going to go ramping up into the sky, or this way, you know, that way there, up here. And then it's going to go through a system like this. Just like we got a workbench, we're going to try and replicate and create an automated version of it. How well that's going to go, I don't know. I don't even know right now. And then we're going to see what happens. Then we'll probably enable it to drop down to another conveyor. But that is going to be the start of our wood sorting system. So if I can get the wood processed, if I can then get the wood chopped up into small 1x1 chunks, I can then, once it's all done now, on the same conveyor system, then sort it into individual kind of storage bins for different types of wood. So I know exactly where my wood is. I'm not going to be able to do it all today, but that is what we're going to be kind of progressing to as the kind of series and episodes continue. So then, eventually when we got all that sorted up, guys, we could probably then think about buying the game pass that does the 1x1 blueprints, because that would be a big help too. Now, if you guys have been enjoying this, guys, like I said, smash that like button down below. Let me know in the comment section by saying you full play some more, and we'll do just that. So, what I'm thinking of is then, we're going to have to kind of slightly dismantle our current setup over here. Oh, it's so dark. The moon will be going down soon anyway. And we'll move this, because this will be the be-all, end-all, the start. Wherever I place this right now is where we are going to begin with our new setup. So let me just turn this around and let's place it. I'm going to give us enough space, enough room to kind of maneuver. And why don't I place it about... I'm going to place it about there, right? That is the start of it. It's enough space on this side that I can build a wall going down and all that kind of jazz, which would be pretty nice as well. And then we'll just see what we could potentially do with it. I'm quite excited. I'm quite excited. So, we'll first start then, and this is going to be the hard thing, is now trying to figure out which is my straight conveyors and which is my ramped up ones. Oh, I think this is a little bit too low to the ground. Oh, do you know what I should do first, actually? Is buy the sawmill. That would make more sense. Because then I can get the right height, because that's on the floor. It's too low. Right, let's pull up skirt at your boy Tom's store. Hello! He's like the Tom Nook of Lumber Tycoon, isn't he? This is the one in question then, the big boy, the Sawmax 02L. 86,500. The most expensive one in the game right now, which is ridiculous cash money moolahs. But it's a beast, boys. It is a beast. It is a unit of a sawmill. It will do us justice. This baby right now, guys, what you're about to bear witness, is going to process so much wood for us. It's going to be unreal. But the only downside is it's so much money. Right, thank you. Appreciate it, Tom. With what I've just bought off you there, you can go buy yourself a nice new house. Right, let's go get this in. And hopefully the moon is now going down, so the sun should slowly start to rise. Right, let's open this up. And where are we going to pull it? Right, let's try and figure this out. So I want to, well, I don't need to go too long. It doesn't have to be too long. But if I kind of just drop that there. Nice. Now, we got to remember as well our fingers, buttons. We need space for those. So I'm thinking if I move it back a little bit, and we probably start it there instead. So when I do build a building around it, I'm able to access the buttons. I mean, eventually, they should be set to a maximum of 1.1. I mean, 1 by 1, sorry. So I shouldn't have to kind of adjust it. But in case we ever want to do that, you know, we've got the ability to do so. Now, I think I'll place one more straight bit down if I can find one. Is that straight bit? Yes, yes. It's the ramped ones that I want to work with after. And then we'll put this just there. Make sure they're all facing the right way, which they are. And that is going to be the start of it, guys. That is going to be the start of this whole system. So let me just move these boxes out the way. So we want to then, after this, we still want to add in a couple of straight pieces again. Just so we can get, because if we're creating really long 1 by 1 pieces, before they can start ramping up, they need to come out a bit to get a little bit of length out before they can get the angle to go upwards. So we have to kind of remind ourselves of that. So I'll just keep opening stuff right now until I got a straight piece. There we go, boys. There we go. And let's get this in place, if I can. The sun is now risen. Why would this not go on? Excuse me. Boys, this won't go on. Oh, wait. Yes! We did it! We did it, boys! We did it! That took a while, didn't it? It did take a while. This is the one of the annoying things about building setups like this. Which is why you should get the actual conveyor supports. But come on, guys. Who uses the conveyor supports these days? Nobody freaking uses conveyor supports. So they're so pointless. They're so pointless, and as I argue this right now, I'm struggling to get the conveyors on. But we're doing good still. Oh, another straight piece. Nice. Right, do you reckon that's enough straight pieces? And we start to ramp it up now. I reckon we'll do one more then. If I get the angle. Yes, one more. And then that's when we start the ramp up. So again, it just gives it enough length to come out. And then once it gets to here, if it's still processing, it will slowly start to go up. And that should be enough for the incline. Or so he says. So he says, boys. Right, this has to, weirdly, right, this has to be flipped around to go the way I want it. Very weirdly. No. Pick it up, boy. Let's see if I can get this down. Boom. Just like that. Sweet. We got it, boys. We got it going good right now. Right, here we go. We've got the momentum rocking and rolling. Oh, I rotated. I didn't press E. There we go. So that's when we start to ramp up. And we're going to make it go quite high as well. High enough that we can then bring it up, flatten it out again, and then put our big chop saw down to automate the cutting system. That's going to be our biggest challenge through doing this. Because I need to ramp it up as well. Because once it cuts it, it then drops down to the conveyor underneath and then continues the system and then ramps up again, if that makes sense. Oh, that messed up big time, didn't it, boys? That messed up big time. Now, I'm probably going to need to buy another piece of land, but we'll see how that goes before I do. We'll see how that goes. So we're ramping up now. And do you reckon if I went flat, that will be enough? Do you think so? Maybe. Maybe. I'm going to steal. We've got 4 going up. I feel like it could. I feel like it could be okay. So let me buy this. And let's turn this bad boy round. Try and get this in position. Is it facing the right way? Yes. And then I do a couple more straight pieces because I've got to do a whole system that kind of locks it into place in a way to kind of get it going. Right, this could be dope. I say this could be dope. This is going to be dope. But I'm going to need more straight conveyors, aren't I? Yes. Yes, you are, Seniac. I'm also going to need a chop saw as well, but I think I might save that for a little bit later, depending on how long it needs to be. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So, pull it up to your boy, Tom, in the wood shop. Tom. We call him Tom Nook from now, guys. Now on. Here. Where am I going? The conveyors are over here. Here's literally Tom Nook of Animal Crossing. Right, straight conveyors. I've got one up there right now. So I think it'll be worthwhile buying 5. No, 5. No, 4. 3. I'll buy 3. Then that's 4 going straight. And then we'll try and create our little setup as well. It's also going to require us to use a pressure plate and a load of wires and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so while we wait for those to regenerate, those straight conveyors, let me get a pressure plate and a wire. What else do I need? I need a laser. Yes, I do. Ooh, does this mean I get to go across the save place thing to go to the other shop for lasers? I think it does. We're gonna go on a road trip, boys. Road trip. Right. Okay. Let me just buy these quickly. We do because we need. No, actually, we don't. Do we? Not straight away. No, I don't think we do, because what we can do to begin with, because how it works is it kind of goes at the conveyor. Once it gets to the end, it hits the pressure plate, which turns on the saw, which then chops it. That's how it works. So I kind of don't need the laser right now, do I? I kind of don't. I mean, that's a good sign, because it's one less thing I got to buy, and I don't have to go across there. But I do need a lot of that stuff, like the sorting stuff, from the shop over there anyway. Pressure plate is just here, we'll buy. And we'll come back for the chop saw a little bit later. We'll just kind of get this set up on the go. Right, let's speak to you, boy. Yes, so let's buy a pressure plate. Right, let's go. And then we'll set this basic version up. We'll test it. And if that is all going to plan and it works, then we're on to the next step. Then your boy is going to be on to the next step. Right, pull up here. Skirt, skirt. And let's get these into place, if I can. That was in place, but it's the wrong way, facing the wrong way. Boom! I want it all organised, guys. It's got to be all freaking organised. So easy thing to do is rotate it. And if that don't work, try a different angle, and then that should work. You know, that's quite flat. I feel like we could also get away with this. Okay, I think that might be enough. That might be enough. Right. Okay. So now then, we got to try and sort this little system out. So it's going to require us to place down a couple of blueprints and whatnot to kind of get it rocking and rolling. So if I placed this here, no, it's a bit too close. Let me move it back by one. Is that like centered? Yeah, give or take. And then we place or open the box of this. I'm going to make sure we get the wire. There we go, facing a certain direction. So I place this here. Oh, it's back to front, boys. I got it back to front. Right, open this up, move, rotatey. No. Right, where is it? It's there. So I need to rotate. No, I don't need to rotate that way. I'm so confused where this is now going. Right, place that down. That's facing that way. I need to flip it around, don't I? Right, move. There we go. That took a while, didn't it? That legit took too long, if you ask me. Right, place that there. So I'm hoping this is dead now center. Which, it's as good. So when the wood touches it like I do, it turns it on. Which will then ignite the wire, which then chops the saw thingy down. Which is kind of what we need to get in place next. Okay, do I have it on this side? Oh, do you know what? I didn't think about that. Do I have it on this side or that side? if I have it on that side, then it makes sense then to put this flipping the other way around. So, but it's one of these, gonna be one of these days now, isn't it? Yes. Okay, we got it. Okay, it makes sense to be on that side. Let me just move this light, because now I need to get the saw chopping down, and this is going to be actually quite difficult to kind of initially get set up. So if I put this there, right, I'm just going to make sure the spacing's correct, which I'm going to have to actually now go buy the chop saw, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, let me get my wire out. Right, back into the vehicle. We're going on another shopping spree, boys. Another shopping spree. We get in there. We get in there, boys. We get in there. Skirt, skirt. Hey. Oh, I'm on the window. You didn't see me do that. I wasn't doing parkour. Right, let's get this. Which this is actually, is it like worth 19,000 or something like that? Or 18,000, is it? Or is it 12,000? It's one of them. It's one of them. 12,000. There we go. I was close. I was close, but no cigar. Right, drop that in. Skirt, skirt. We going, boys. And if this now works, we got version 1, or kind of chapter 1, in a way. Well, if I drop that there, it comes straight down there, which I don't know whether that is too soon or just enough. I'll move it over by one more. Oh, no. Actually, that's a good idea to do that. Oh, it needs to come over by one. So if I just move this there. Move that there. So if I turn it on, activate. That comes down to there and chops, which I'm hoping is enough. Which I don't think it is, so I got to move it over by one more. There. Activate. Oh, no. No. Activate. So that chops down center. That's perfect, boys. That is actually perfect right now. So I'm just going to keep the blueprint there just so I can get the wire set up. Now, so if I get the wire set up there. Bring it to the edge. Right, it's all over the place. But press F to be done. So once you touch it, it brings it down. And that's where the wood's going to funnel itself in. Now, I do have to set something up on this conveyor that will hold the wood into place. Because when you got consistent wood coming through, you kind of need to channel it to be central. Now, it will be central when it comes up anyway. But once the first time it gets chopped, it might wiggle the back of it out. Now, we'll fix that in just a moment. I'm actually going to put a piece of wood through the process just to kind of see if it actually is going to work at this point before we go any further. So version 1 is set up. Seniac Sawmill 1.0 is kind of there. So it's a 1x1, which is perfect. So we just wait for it to now come through, which it will do in its own time. So it's long enough that it then ramps up perfectly. So it will kind of glitch out maybe a little bit when it goes through this, because I haven't got the kind of placeholder in kind of place yet. Hits that, chops it, right, which is perfect. But this is our issue. It gets jammed, right, and we need to kind of solve that jam issue. That's kind of what we need to solve. So the best way to do that is, let me just pull this down a second. And then pull it out quick. So that might need to go a tad bit higher, because it chops into that too much. There's a little bit of a delay that it kind of needs to go back by. So we get in there. So now we know that it needs to go up by 1. Let me just put the wire over here. Let's just move this over to there. And it'll be easy with the blueprint with the post here. So if I turn that and just pull it on top. Done. Move this. And get this now on top if possible. Come on, boy. Come on, you're almost there. There we go. So then the height on that should now be not perfect, but a little bit better. Let me get to there, to there, to there. And done. So with all this trial and error we're now going to be doing with all this wood, I kind of need to move it all out the way. And that's what I want to try and kind of minimalize, is these smaller bits that it does create. Because they, I mean, we can eventually create confetti, but it is kind of annoying. It is kind of annoying. Right, drop that over there. Drop that over there. And we also need to sort out the kind of... It needs to drop down, so we kind of have to create... we can use it with wires. We can create like a little bit of a lip that kind of bulks it up and then creates an angle. Because we need the angle. Because when it's perfectly aligned and it creates a line down, they're still wedged in by a sandwich. So creating a slight ramp up is what gives us our wiggle room for the wood to fall down. But do I focus on that first? I think so. Which means your boy needs to take another trip back to the store to get an extra wire. Actually, I'm going to actually buy a couple of wires. Because I could maybe potentially use the wires to filter the wood to stay central. But we'll see how that goes in just a moment. I was about to drive the freaking vehicle through the shop then. Is this not a drive-through, Tom? Is this not a drive-through? 2020, boy. This ain't a drive-through? Get out of here, son. Get out of here. Right, drop this down. That's the one wire. Yo, Tom, boy. Tom Nook. Let me buy a wire. Right, throw that in the back. Anything else I could buy? Nah. Yeah. Right, another wire. Let's go. Let's go. You can also kind of almost use a blueprint as well to be the kind of ramp. But you need that friction off the conveyor. Right, I think we'll buy two. We'll just buy two for now. Right, let's go back. Let's head back, boys. Nighttime is coming again. Right, okay, so it gets quite difficult to kind of do this. It really does. But if we can get the right angle. Right, it is quite difficult. Oh, I'm about to get chopped up, boy. Right, is that enough to kind of bump it over? No, it's not. It's not. Right, we'll try that. Let me just throw a piece on. Just to make sure that it kind of goes over it. No, he's got a lip there. So let me check this wire real quick. There we go. I mean, if I attach a wire there, can be okay. That's now constantly on. And that's not what I want either. This is what I mean by it's so freaking difficult. I think the easiest thing to do is to drop a blueprint down. So if I can get a blueprint touching, or at least there. And then... Did I get... Oh no, I didn't pick the wire up, did I? No. No. If I then place... And then destroy that blueprint. I'm hoping that's low enough. But also I need to get this kind of central. Right, there we go. I know it's not long enough. Okay, so it has an effect, but the effect is not going to take place until I push a longer piece in. It might not work at all, and it might just be the fact that, you know what, boy? Just like, you know, take your losses. And, boom, there we go. We'll just do what we got to do, but I'm hoping it will work. I'm hoping it's, you know, it actually might be a bit too far out, so when we do chop a piece up, it's still not going to be the right size to fall down, which is, damn. It's actually not going to work. This is actually not going to work, but that's okay. I just want to see the chopping distance right now from that height, because you kind of brought it up a little bit more. So is that sliced and diced? Yeah. But then that second bit there kind of stops us from doing what we want to do. So it's probably not a good idea for the wire. But I might have just solved it just by adding the sawmill a little bit higher in general. Maybe. Who knows? Who freaking knows? We'll kind of see how it goes. We'll kind of see how that goes anyway. Right, with that said then, we would want to make... Now, the easiest thing I could do is build a little kind of... Let me try and get... There we go. The easiest thing to do is kind of build like a tunnel for the wood to go through naturally. But another way we can do it is also have like this, go to there, go to there, and then to filter to there, and then press finish and done. So the wood should stay pretty much kind of central. It's only really for when... Let me get on this side. It's only really for when the wood's kind of trying to cut up. To chappity. I don't know how perfect that is, but we'll roll with it. It's just kind of... If it starts to flip out and kind of spiral as the wood goes through, and then there's a little bit of a wire there to kind of stabilize it almost in a way. Right, let's see how this one now goes through. Boom. There we go. Then it does what it's got to does. And we see how that now rock and rolls up. Which will be quite interesting anyway. That will be fairly interesting to see how it kind of works with this. So let's see it go up to the top, boy. Let's see it go up to the top. And then we just got to get it to kind of drop on. So again, it's in the middle. Goes through. Chops up. And again, like I said, that's my biggest problem. Is it's now stuck. So we got to try and fix that issue. Right, we got it, boys. We got the little lip. As I was trying to create earlier. So basically what it is, it's a little kind of wire that kind of hangs below. I had to move the pressure plate backwards a little bit. That was my big issue. My pressure plate was way too close. Which means the sawmill is also a little bit too far over as well. So I kind of got to move the sawmill over a bit too. Because that is now also a little bit too close as well. Let me now get this the right way round. It's doing something. Is that it? I think I've got it the right way now. So push that there. Which should now chop down in line. So they're going to be a little bit bigger than 1x1s, which is perfectly fine. As long as they're 1x1 or higher, then I know I've got the perfect amount of wood. If they're lower, then that is even more annoying. But with the fact that it's the way it's kind of balancing right now is perfect. So that would chop there. It's kind of wigging along a little bit, isn't it? Yeah, that would chop there. That would fall down. And because it's on a conveyor, that would then just throw that one through and fall down as well without chopping any more. Which, I'm kind of out of wires again. I know I should have bought another wire, guys. I know I should have bought another wire. But we're now there. We're getting to the final stretch where this sawmill is going to freaking be amazing. So it's not the best one out there. It's not the most efficient one out there. It's the foolish one out there, boys. It's the most foolish. But it will do exactly the job that I need. And I'm sure as over time goes, when I'm able to go over the river to the other store, we get all the other kind of logic stuff. I'll be able to build a bigger and better one and kind of add more onto it. And that's kind of what I'm excited about, to continually work on this setup. Because remember, I've got to do a whole system underneath that then goes eventually up to our wood sorting system as well. So that in itself is going to be beautiful. Right, let's get it from there. So this is automatically going to trigger this. So we can kind of see it work straight away. So ignore the mess. Boom. So that's on. Right. Oh! It's not... Okay, yeah, I've just realised. That's why. I thought it was weird when I had to add the post on to make this higher. And now it freaking all makes sense, boys. Now it freaking all makes sense. So, let me... move this. Right. Now it all makes sense. Because normally you don't have to add the post on. And I was thinking, oh, have I made this too high? No, it's just that pressure plate being so close literally has messed up my whole system. But it's okay. We can now get it all on, boys. Is that... Yeah, it's now on the top. So, there we go. We finally got there, boys. We finally got there in the end. God damn it, pressure plate. Right, do you know what I'll do? Just move that. And, yeah, we'll get this out of the way. Then we'll redo it. We'll re-freaking do it, boys. Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? Back. Boom. Excuse me. There we go. Nice. Now push through. So normally, right, when we have planks of wood going through, they will be a lot longer than this. They'll be so much longer than this. Why don't we quickly chop a tree down? Boom. Timber! Right, is that going up? Right, that wood's now going up real quick. So if I can be real quick about this. And let's see this in the distance right now happen. So it's now going through the system. It gets sloped on there. That chops that, falls through, and that piece goes through as well. And I know they're not 1x1s, but it doesn't matter. They're a little bit, well, they're almost like 2x1s, aren't they? Which is still perfect because it means then, oh, here comes the next one. Here comes the next one. Like a normal long one that would come through. So that gets chomped up. And this is the problem. You kind of get, how high is that now? That's a little bit too high, isn't it? Let me bring that down. So it comes back down again. Chomps it. So for longer pieces, it kind of doesn't go there. So that wire is a little bit too low. You see the issues I gotta go with through now, boys? You see the issues just to get this freaking wire balanced correctly? Damn, boy. Who'd have thought these issues would arise? Who'd have thought it, boys? But that's okay. It's quite easy to solve this anyway. What you need to do is you gotta get 2 blueprints. Actually, let me just get rid of the wire first. Move that here real quick. Has it just stolen my wire? It's just freaking stolen my wire. It's making me buy more wires. But anyway, let me just show you anyway. It's just really easy because you just got to put a blueprint down there. And a blueprint down there. And then just do a wire between them. Now I got to go buy another freaking wire because my wire just glitched out and disappeared. It's 2020. This game has been out for like 10 years and still we're losing wires. You would have thought he would fix that bug by now. But no, he's too busy working on updates to put text at the top of your screen. Too busy on bringing, you know, updates like that. Damn. Damn, son. So good. Right, Seniac, we're not going down that route. Please, shut up, boy. Shut up. Right, in we go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. We're now skedaddling back to the base. Where we're now going to get this wire down. So jump in. So this might take a couple of variations right now to get this wire sorted. But I believe it goes from there. No. To there. It might take a couple of tries. So with it being sloped like that, the angle might work. I'm just going to make sure wood can go over it. Is that center? Yeah, it's center-ish. I'm just going to make sure the wood can go over that lip. Because if it's, because it's angled as well, that could be perfect. So make sure it can. Yeah, it falls through beautifully, but like I said, that is for a piece that is too small. We need to put a piece through that will be quite large. And you're not going to get every piece that goes through perfectly anyway. You are going to get those slight little hiccups. But as long as you can kind of get it as close as perfect and as automated as possible, then that would be pretty damn good. Right, wait for this to get processed then and wait for this to come through, boys. In its own time, in its own time. So you've got a nice little bit of length on it then, which would do wonders for us. I'll keep those blueprints there. It'll probably make those blueprints in a moment. Right, it goes over, it gets chopped down with the angle. Come on, boy, you can fall. You can fall now. Do you think it's worthwhile to kind of take it off one of these? I may have just invented a whole new system. Right. It involves a conveyor belt. I've just thought something in my head. I've literally just thought something in my head. It involves a conveyor belt, guys. Just watch this. Oh, that's not the back of the truck. And it will control. I could probably do the pressure plate, which will be fine. But I'm going to grab a switch as well. Because I could still make it automated. But I might have to enable... I mean, for now, I'll have to enable the sawmill with this until I'm able to buy the laser wires and get it automated like that system. But I think I may have just figured out something even better. if this works right now, this is going to be freaking genius. So let me just get one of these walls back over here. Right, let me place it. We'll place it there. Grab the conveyor. Oh, no, wrong button. Right there. And where is that position right now? And is it toggled to go down? Yes. So what I'm thinking is, I've got so much chopped wood over here right now. This is hilarious. What I'm thinking is now then, what if it came down to there? Because that's angled to go down, it's constantly pushing down. I'm just hoping with that constantly pushing down, it doesn't make the wood kind of clip and go down. It kind of stays in position. Which it might do. And then all I would do then is turn the switch on. But what I could do to make it automated is put the laser detection, so when it detects wood, it will then start to chop. But that would require me... Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? That would require me going over the bridge to get the lasers, the laser detection stuff. Which I don't want to do just yet, but let me just put it up to there. So turn that on. That chops there beautifully. But I've got to make sure first, though, and we need a big piece of wood. So we'll grab this one. We're just going to make sure first that the it doesn't slide down, because I've got other ways in which I can stop that from happening with more lasers, not more wires. Sorry. Right, it is getting dark a bit, so let me just kind of back this up a little bit, so we can see a bit better over here. So let's just see this now take place. This is what I'm. So I'm hoping if it stops there, dead straight, and doesn't do anything, then we're on to a winner. Which it does that, which those wires then come in super handy. But I really am going to have to... Oh, wait, almost could have gone to a blueprint then. So those wires, then I'm going to have to make sure... Let me destroy that. That I fine-tune them a whole lot better. So if I move that wire... And if I come from here again, where we come a little bit closer... Right, and then go straight... Like that there. And we kind of angled it up as well, so I'll get a little bit more substance. I can also create a tunnel. Well, I'm just trying to save a little bit of time right now. Right. Oh. Right, we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm trying to save a little bit of time by getting this done with wires. But eventually I'll set up like a whole blueprint system where it's actual wood in there. That is still a little bit big. But hopefully as it kind of settles in that there, it's kind of locked in. Yeah. Right, so it's kind of locked in right now, that piece of wood. And the conveyor is consistently pushing it down. So then, guys, all I need to do... And this is why I need laser detection, because it'll keep pulling it up and down, up and down. But turn it on. It chops, it falls through. Ooh. So the whole thing fell through a little bit too quick. Which is why you need the little house, the little roof to stop the back end of it going up. Right, we're getting there. We're definitely getting there right now, guys. We're definitely getting there right now. But, alright, I got one more wire. I don't want to use... I mean, I don't want to go down the route of just using consistent wires. Right, but if I could angle that as well, but I think that's a little bit too... I think that's a bit too low. Right, let's try and push that in. Get the back end of it out a little bit. It might stop it now. Oh, no, no. Which is actually good, because now it kind of lodges the top end of it in. Is that conveyor not working? Ooh. Okay, I see what it's done. Right, but look at that right now. I see what it's done. It kind of got stuck on the lip of the wire. But we can kind of like bow them out and turn them. That's fine. But I'm not keeping this whole setup anyway. The wires are not staying. Next episode, we'll kind of create a proper housing unit for it. But as of right now, if I then... So this is what it's doing what I want it to do. It's trying to push down, but the wire can't make it go down. So we bring it down, we chop, and that falls down. So now it actually works. It does exactly what I want it to do, and all it will do then is fall onto a conveyor system underneath. So see how we got the wires. See how the wires funnel it in to keep it locked in place. And then we have the wire above it to make sure that when it's touching the thing, it doesn't kind of tilt and go down. We need to create a housing unit out of blueprints and wood. And we'll do that next episode to kind of lock it all in. And then once it drops, we'll continue and extending the conveyor down here, which will then go back up into the sky, ready for our sorting system. So the fundamentals of it, guys, the fundamentals are there right now, where it's kind of stabilized and locked in, and then we got the height barrier to stop it tilting. So if I can replicate that, like I said, in blueprints, which we'll do next episode, then this sawmill setup is perfect. Right, that is all we need to do. So literally, when you think about it, these two, so you see that blueprint there? We tilt this. Right, if I turn it like that, it looks to be like that blueprint there, and if I put another one down, like say like that, for example. So those two there, that line is these two lines here. We then put a plank of wood on top of it to create the roof of it, so it becomes a tunnel that it slides through. Right, and we'll do some like wedges at the beginning here like that to kind of simulate the kind of funnel into it to get them all lined up straight. And then once it goes through, we'll have the laser detection as well. So the laser detection will detect when there's a piece of wood, and we can probably set it up as well where the laser detection comes in here on this conveyor. So if anything touches that conveyor, then it goes. You know what I mean? It then starts the sawmill process. So we're going to need to go across the bridge next episode to get those wires and lasers and all that kind of jazzy stuff, which will be pretty cool. We can create our little housing unit tunnel next episode too, guys, which will then make the wood fall down onto our next conveyor system, which we could set something up where, actually, you know what, we could do it where it can be directed to a normal pile, and then it can also be directed to our sorting system. There's many ways in which we can do this, but again, we'll do that next episode. It's been quite a long one, guys. I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below, and until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.